Alright, so on to Ardolis, the best planet that has 3 gold bolts that we're going to be doing straight away. And by straight away, I mean we're going to be holding them off until the end of the game. So, I'm going to be doing this pretty quickly, just so I can show you guys the optimal way of doing it. Optimal being the word for it. And then I will explain it afterwards. Mainly because it's cycle based, and if you don't do it immediately, it will go wrong. Also, technically right now, you should be in third person. The only reason I say this is cycle based is because this ship, if you are under this ship while you are shock ravaging, you bonk into it mid-air, and you can't keep your angle if you bonk mid-air. Like, it completely eats it. You have to glide, and I will explain what happens if you actually hit the ship in a moment. But for all intents and purposes, basically what I did is I started the ship, bought ammo at this vendor right there, charged, did a long jump to get right at this edge, and there's a little bit of a wall bounce right where there's a little bit of green, and where the gray rock starts, right there's a little edge right there that you can wall bounce off of to get the angle to come up here. But once you're up here, you're gonna want to like charge to the left side of this, and if you're good enough, you can actually do this full charge without having to worry about bonking. I'm gonna try to do it one more time just so you guys can see how to do the charge. Normally you have the shock ravager out, so I'm just gonna do a charge right there. And that, if you follow the movement right there, there will be no problem with you getting to the end of the planet that way. So I'm going to do the wall bounce again just to show you guys where it is, how to do it. So right there, I'm going to kill these pirates before I explain this, because they decided that they wanted to pick a fight with me. Maybe not. They apparently are much more formidable foe than I thought they were. Okay. So, all in all, you're aiming for this little ledge right here. If you wall bounce up here, you're just going to fall straight into the mud. And it's even worse if you activate this cutscene where this pirate walks out and like starts shooting at you, like there's a Lombax here or whatever he says. You can actually fall through this death floor, and then you'll be falling for a good 30 seconds or whatever before you eventually die and get respawned up next to the ship. So be wary about coming out too far. I want to say about right here. I know that's not like a straight line, but right about there is the trigger for his cutscene, so be really wary about going out too far. But you just gonna want to wall bounce right there and get to the end of the level. I'm gonna see if I can get the ship bonk right here, just so you guys can see what it looks like, and the backup if you do bonk on it. I don't think it's gonna hit me actually. I might have gotten the cycle just right. Right, so let's pretend that ship hit me. You're gonna fall for a little bit. You're gonna want to try to make your way as close as you can to this little alcove right here in this Pirate Radio HQ. The checkpoint for this actually extends out just a little bit, so if you're not able to get inside of it, you can still hit the checkpoint, and it'll give it to you if you die and fall down to your death. Anyway, if you fall down and can't get past the ship, you're gonna have to come in here and defeat the boss. It's a lot quicker to defeat the boss than it is to try and... I say that and I die immediately to him. So what you're gonna want to do is kind of just like walk around him, make him do the ground smashing attack, try to bait him to do it while you're not around him. Just kind of bait him into that attack over and over again, and he won't be able to kill you. See, as my Shard Reaper is a little bit lower level, so it's going to be hard to get him. But I did kill him with a Shard Reaper. And you can pick up all of this Veritanium, and the end of the level is right there. So if you do bonk off the ship, you can either go for the trick again and hope that you don't bonk again, or you can just take the safety, come down here, defeat the boss, go to the end of the level, and then you are on to Waykar 3, I believe. I could be wrong about the pronunciation of that, or even if that's the name of the auto-scroller, but you're on to the next auto-scroller.